Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world, and welcome back to the channel. Just looking around, I've got a few potatoes, an onion left. I've got some chicken thighs from a curry I did yesterday, and I thought, why not concoct a chicken potato and onion dish using a few spices, a couple of herbs, and this, that, and the other, just things that I have in. So yeah, looking forward to what this is going to turn out like. I've kind of got an idea of what I want to do, and yeah, hopefully my tea is going to be very delicious, very easy to do, and should take about 25 to 30 minutes, if that. So yeah, let me turn you around, we'll look at the ingredients, and then we'll get cooking. So folks, we've got some diced chicken thighs, potatoes that I've just diced and cubed, onions, pepper, lemon juice, salt, coriander, a little bit for the cooking and then a little bit for garnish at the end. And then in terms of spices, I've got chili flakes, thyme, fennel, cumin and smoked paprika. I will leave this recipe down in the description box if anybody wants to follow it. Next up, let's get cooking. So all we're doing is we're just going to season the chicken before it goes in the pan. So we've got a little bit of pepper there, little bit of salt, and all we're going to do is just give that a quick mix, and then in the pan we go, and we're going to fry it until it's browned. So next stop, browning. So folks, into a very hot pan that I've had on the go, I'm just going to add about 2 tablespoons of oil, vegetable oil. What we want is just enough to coat this chicken and to brown it off. And then we're just going to let that warm up, and then we're going to go in with the chicken. So folks, in the pan, we're just going to put this seasoned chicken. Just move that bowl out of the way. And we're just going to fry it off until it's browned. So it's cooked and browned. Simple so far. If you're following along, yeah, you know what to do. So folks, now that the chicken has just slightly started to brown, I'm just going to go in with the herbs. So I'm going to go in with the cumin, the fennel, the paprika and the thyme. And all we're going to do, nice and easy, we're just going to slide to the left, slide to the right, crisscross, and just mix that all up. And then the next step is we're just going to add the onions. And we're going to cook them down. In goes with the onions. And all we're going to do is we're just going to cook these down until they've gone softened, before we take them out and move on to doing the potatoes. So yeah, check back in a moment. So folks, I've just added just about a tablespoon more of oil. And then all we're going to do is we're just going to go in with those potatoes. We're just going to give them a stir. And then what we're going to do, we're going to add a little bit more salt, a little bit more pepper to the seasoning. And then just the salt, and then we're going to give it another good stir, and then we're going to pop the lid on. We're going to cook these in that oil and flavour with the lid on for about 10-12 minutes, just until them potatoes are cooked. But what we're going to do is we're going to give it a stir every couple of minutes or so. So yeah, we'll come back when we need to stir. So folks, as you can see, the potatoes are becoming quite translucent and they're getting a nice little colour to them. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go in with a tablespoon of garlic and coriander. So if I just go in with the garlic, put that to one side, and then over the top a little bit of coriander. Now I'm just going to stir this in, and then I'm going to cook this for maybe another 2-3 minutes before we go back in with the chicken and the onions. See you in a sec. So folks, oh, just look at those. So all we're going to do is we're just going to go back in with the chicken and the onions and all that gorgeous lovely flavour that we cooked up earlier. And then we're just going to give it a nice stir, just mix it all back up. Now all we're going to do is we're just going to cook this for maybe another 3 to 4 minutes. And then I'm just going to add a little splash of lemon juice, maybe a bit more coriander just to tighten it up before we plate it up. So yeah, see you in a sec. See how I do it. Right folks, I'm just going to go in and I'm just going to give a couple of dashes just of lemon juice, and all we're going to do there is it's just going to cut through, bring a little bit of zest, a little bit of acidity to it. And then next stage is plating up, and then we'll dig in and find out if it's actually any good. So considering it's just kind of leftovers from a curry that we had yesterday, not too bad. Not too bad. So folks, time to plate up. I have to say the aromas coming from this is superb. Really is. Get some of that crispy potato and chicken in there. I'm gonna so this is going to be between 2, maybe 3 of us. Who knows? But that is enough for me. So let's get down, give you a closer look, then we'll get it. So folks, what do you think of that then? I mean, the aromas coming off it are fantastic. You get that thyme, you get the cumin, that aniseedy pinch, you get that fresh coriander there. But I think first of all, it's time for the chicken. That's not bad. That is not bad at all. I think the only thing I'm probably missing, or I would add, is maybe a little bit of garam masala, maybe just a touch, but yeah. Potatoes are cooked well, a little crunch on the outside, fluffy in the middle. This ain't too shabby at all. The smoked paprika is just bringing just a little edge to it. If anything, I'd probably want just a little more depth to it. But it is a very tasty dish to begin with. I'm just very critical at times. So yeah, if I sound a bit picky, it's because I normally am. But yeah, chicken's cooked well, tatties are cooked well, onions, delicious. That is a tasty dish. So yeah, let me know. Would you have something like this? Would you even think of it? Would you try it? And if you do try it, let me know. So yeah, can't stop eating. But anyway, thanks for joining me on this one, and until next time, adios.